handling skills right there, and then Canada turns it over 18-14 favor of Team USA. The only knock on Eastern, really, the only thing I've heard negative about him is his outside shooting. But a guy at 6'6", 220 plays his position and is a really good passer, can take it to the rack. Sometimes you don't have to shoot it real well.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've noticed in the couple of practices I've been to. He has not been an accurate shooter from the perimeter. But as you said, at a 6'6" and a point guard, maybe you won't have to be, at least early in his career.
Edwards a three. Got it! He has 6 on 2 triples, 21-14. And we had a foul. There's a lot of talk after Carson Edwards played in Egypt and did so well that here's a young man that can take it to the next level this year. We saw him being brilliant at times last year, but I concur. I think he has an opportunity to be a star in the Big Ten. And already here tonight, he's already shown that he has some talent.
He is so skilled offensively.
And he's bought in defensively. I mean, he's really worked hard at getting better. He's not a freshman anymore. By the time he gets the season started, he'll be like a junior. 3 ball from downtown is missed, but a long rebound and then a walking violation on Canada. 2:06 to go in the first quarter at Carmel High School. You've worked this arena a lot, Rob, living here and doing a lot of games. But, boy, they have a lot of hardware in this gymnasium.
I'm excited about Jaquil Taylor on the floor for Purdue. Had to miss all of last season because of injury. Nice to have him back.
That ball is thrown away by Carson Edwards. He got off his feet and then really didn't have any place to throw it. 21-14 USA over Canada, and Canada comes down with it. It's Diawara. Low, good head fake. He missed it but put it back in. That was Connor Morgan got his first basket.
Jaquil Taylor went for the block, and then he missed the block out because of that going for the block shot. That allowed Morgan to get right back to the rim and tip in his own miss.
Here's Klein to the corner, and Edwards shoots and misses. Rebound taken out by Canada. They're in transition to the basket. It's missed, and it's missed on the tip in, but we had a foul. That was Eastern who picked it up.
Well, Purdue's missed a couple of defensive blockouts on the last 2 possessions. That will not make the head ball coach, Matt Painter, very pleased. Offensively, Purdue's been chugging along just fine, very efficient, but defensively, they missed a couple of blockouts on the defensive end that I could guarantee you will be addressed at halftime.
Nissen is a left-hander, and he makes the free throw. He has 5 points. Another first-year player for the Boilermakers, Sasha Stevanovic, is into the game. Second free throw missed. They rebounded, though.
And again, Purdue misses a blockout on the defensive end. Whether this is exhibition or a Big Ten game, Matt Painter never pleased when his team misses blockouts defensively.
Shot in the lane is missed with a long rebound out to Eastern. Pass down to Stevanovic. Back outside to Eastern, right side to Klein. Low to Grady Eifert, and he scores. Good movement by Eifert to get the open look. 23-17. Shot up and missed by Canada, and Team USA will have it again. Stevanovic, another first-year player out of Crown Point. 6'4". Good perimeter jump shooter. High ball screen and right to the basket, putting it up. Oh, and just missing it was Eastern, but he was fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. They haven't been able to handle him at all.
And I know it's just the first few minutes of seeing him live and in person, but I love Nojel's patience with a ball. He just He's not too antsy. He's not too anxious, as most freshmen are. Very patient, waits for his opportunity, and then explodes to the rim off the bounce.
He's left-handed. He misses the free throw. Some people said coming out of high school that maybe he wasn't athletic enough. I've seen no evidence of that. Makes the next one. I've seen him in practice make a lot of athletic moves, and already in this game have. Eastern is out. He split those free throws, so he scored 5 points. 24-17, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Larry Clisby along with Rob Blackman, they just went over and back. And then a long three, missed. Rebound, Taylor. Fast break and a layup. It should count. No. Didn't get it out of his hand. That was a really nice fast break. 24-17. Team USA on top after one quarter. We'll be back to Carmel in just a moment. Stay tuned. open the door here for Canada. They drive to the basket and miss. Ball goes out of bounds to Team USA. 29-24, 7:45 to go, and wholesale changes now for Team USA. Two guys that haven't played for Team USA, the only two would be first-year players Aaron Wheeler and Eden Ewing.
Wheeler did not play in the first quarter.
There's a shot by Stefanovic, missed, but it's rebounded up, blocked. Rebounded again and missed. Fast breaking to the other end. Canada with a three on the way. No. And now Team USA will put it on the floor. Vincent Edwards stops and fires. He misses. And now we'll go the other way.
Purdue 0 for their last 6 field goal tries. Cannot find the bottom of the bucket right now.
There's a shot from the outside right. It's missed, and it's rebounded out by Team USA. Thompson on the lead.
The good news is, outside of Connor Morgan, Team Canada can't find the bucket either. Both teams really struggling for offense here.
Wheeler is in there now, number 1. Down low, he has the ball, puts it up and score. Aaron Wheeler out of the East Coast. It's been pretty impressive in practice. Long triple on the way, and it's made by Morgan. Boy, he's been good.
Yeah.
It's 31-27.
Connor Morgan is single-handedly keeping Team Canada in the game. He has scored their last 8 points, and quite frankly, he's made it look easy. One time driving the lane for a two-handed slam dunk, and then he's made back-to-back triples.
31-27 to score, 6:19 to play. That was just a short timeout taken by both teams, and they're already back out onto the floor. Of course, if you're ever a part of our regular college broadcast, that just never would have happened. You don't miss commercial time in an NCAA game.
The beauty of an exhibition game.
A resounding dunk by Isaac Haas. He has 7 points. Team USA by 6. Nice rebound and bucket by Canada. Bursey. Fast break, dunk other end by Vincent Edwards. That was just one pass and an easy dunk. Well, we'll have an official timeout here. And we'll keep it here, talk a little bit, maybe go over some of these rules. 35-29 the score, 5:46 to go. Team USA on top. One thing about this Purdue squad representing Team USA, I think with the 2 exhibition games, it's 11 games in 18 days. Think about that in basketball. 11 games in 18 days. That's like playing AAU ball.
Yeah, and really it's even more compressed than that when the games actually start. Play a game on August the 20th, which would be the opener against Argentina, then play the 21st, then the 23rd, 24th, 25th. So you're basically playing every night, every day. And then if you're fortunate enough to get out of your pool play, out of your bracket, with one of the 2 best records in your pool, then you advance to the medal round, and if you do that, then you're playing 3 games in 3 days to try to win a gold medal. So, yeah, that's a pretty strenuous schedule, unlike anything these guys will see during the regular season.
Of course, the opponents have to do the same thing, so it all evens out, I guess. Down with the basketball, Canada trailing by 6. 5:41 to go. First half from Carmel High School. These 2 teams will play another exhibition game at 4 o'clock tomorrow at Lafayette Jefferson High School. Here's a shot from the wing, missed. Rebound, Wheeler. He's pushed, but no foul. I guess no harm, no foul that time. Isaac Haas, high post. Dakota with a good pump fake, and he makes the basket. He's good with the ball fakes. He's become a real good player, a very good defender as well. Fourth-year player out of Elida, Ohio. And there's an excellent pass and a trailing foul, and I think Dakota may have got that one. No, it was Haas.
Tell you what, Kevin Bursey's been impressive off the bench for Team Canada. Already 6 points in very limited playing time. Again, playing off the bench for Team Canada.
For people who follow basketball pretty closely, there's been some terrific talent coming out specifically from the Toronto area and Canada. Wiggins, Tristan Thompson. Another three and another bullseye for Morgan.
Connor
wow.
Morgan.
37-33. Was that good for three? I think it was.
Three-pointer. 6'9" guy out of British Columbia who can shoot the three with the efficiency. He has been impressive.
Ball in low and a beautiful shot inside by Vincent Edwards. 39-33. 4:16 to go in the first half from Carmel. Another three ball. And another one that hits nothing but net. Connor Morgan. He has 4 threes, and he has 16 points. Three ball by Thompson missed. Fast break to the other end through traffic, and a bumping foul on Purdue, and I think it'll be Wheeler. Let's see.
Well, Aaron Wheeler got beat down the floor. His man just simply out-sprinted him, running to the other end. And Matt Painter, the head coach of Team USA, is going to have a quick word with Aaron Wheeler about getting beaten to the other end of the floor.
So we'll take a break here. We'll take a break, Rob, here at Carmel. 39-35 our score. Team USA on top by 4, 3:49 to go. And we'll return in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Larry Clisby with Rob Blackman. Thank you for joining us on this streaming broadcast. And at the line, Jensen White for Canada, and he makes it, a left-hander. And it's 39-36. One thing that has been very apparent here in the first half is Team USA has got to figure out a way to put somebody on Connor Morgan. Young man out of University of British Columbia, as Jensen White makes both free throws.
And he's a tough cover at 6'9", 225 pounds, because he could play on the perimeter as well as drive the ball into the paint with his size. Purdue's got to find a guy, as you said, that can shut his water off, as the coaches like to say, because he is red hot right now. Another
thing, too, Rob, is that Team USA probably would help itself by getting the ball to Haas, because they don't have anybody that can match up with him, and he was just fouled now. Canada was 15 of 34 into that last break, and Team USA was 15 of 31, so very similar shooting. But Haas misses the free throw. Isaac over time since his freshman year has improved his free throw shooting to up over 70%, which is good for a 7'2" guy.
Yeah, 71% free throw shooter last year. For a guy 7'2" who gets fouled an awful lot, I think you can live with that.
The Purdue squad representing Team USA was a good free throw shooting team last year, and this one is made by Haas. 40-37, Team USA. I think Canada has had only one lead in this game. They have the ball now and shoot from the wing and knock it down, and that was by Jensen White, his first basket.
Yeah, for those just joining us, about midway through the first quarter, Canada had a 10-9 lead. It's the only point of the game they led. P.J. Thompson hit a three for Purdue to put Purdue up 12-10, and Purdue hasn't trailed since.
Haas with a very good offensive move for a basket. He put that on the floor a little bit. Carson Edwards went for a steal and picked up a foul. That last move by Haas, you didn't see that very often in his career. He put the ball on the floor a couple of times and beat his man. They actually had a guy come over and try to double him, and he missed the steal, and then Isaac was able to take it in there. There's a steal by Carson Edwards. He was pushed out of bounds as he almost had it. They don't give him credit with a steal, and they give the ball back to Canada, but I think they got away with one.
Love the aggressiveness of Carson. He had just been called for a foul on nearly the same identical play about 5 seconds earlier, yet that did not temper his enthusiasm to try it again, and that time, as you said, he almost came up with a steal.
Canada with a basketball. Driving in, tough shot, missed, tipped up and missed, rebounded by Dakota Mathias and fouled by Eric Nissen. That's a third foul on Nissen.
One thing for our fans as they watch the game, international rules say that when that ball is on the cylinder, you can still mess with it. And we've seen that a couple of times tonight. That ball's lingering right on top of the rim, and guys are still jumping up there and tipping at it. In international basketball, that is allowed, and that's why you've seen that happen a couple times in this game. Some of the nuances of playing internationally for the Boilermakers here this month over in Taipei.
Junior college player Eden Ewing out of Richmond, Texas, in for the first time, replaces Haas. Here's a long three ball miss. Ewing rebounded, and he was fouled. So he has been out there for about 5 seconds and already has picked off a rebound.
How about that for production? Come in off the bench, get an offensive rebound immediately.
Team USA on the sideline. Carson Edwards to Dakota Mathias. Now to Eastern, lost it, but picked up there by Vincent Edwards. He loses the dribble. They dive for the ball and we'll have a tie-up. Nope, we'll have a foul on Eastern. He has his third foul already.
Now that's a fourth team foul. Again, international basketball, there are no one-and-ones. So once a team gets to 5 team fouls in a quarter, the other team shoots 2 free throws on every foul. So both teams right at 4 team fouls. So if either team were to foul again here in this quarter, it'll be 2 free throws for the opposition the rest of the way.
Canada trailing by 3 with the ball. They have it to Bursey and then a handoff and then a foul. Pierre Charles will go to the foul line.
Now that was a shooting foul, so obviously it's 2 free throws coming here for Pierre Charles. But the rest of the way, the final 2 minutes here of this second quarter, every time Team Canada is fouled by the Boilermakers, or Team USA, I beg your pardon, then Team Canada will have 2 free throws for each common foul.
Free throw is up and banked in. That's don't see that often from the foul line. Please forgive us as occasionally we refer to Team USA as Purdue. I mean, There's a block from behind off a missed free throw, and Team USA driving down. There's a shot up, and that one is blocked. Carson Edwards was eaten up that time. But think about it. I've done, close to 1,200 games. I've never called a Purdue game when it wasn't Purdue.
You've never seen this team not wearing gold,
yeah,
or black,
right.
or white, or gray, I guess. Gray sometimes.
Gray, too. Thias inbounds, has a decline. Carmel native back out to Carson Edwards, who hit a couple of threes early. Klein in the lane, misses from short range. Again, the three-point line is longer. And if you don't think it makes a difference, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, 22 feet, just over 22 feet, the international three-point line.
Well, they shot one from 25 feet and hit it. Kajami Keene hit it. And we have a 1-point lead by Canada, only their second lead of the half. Ewing to the corner to Carson Edwards, and he was fouled there, but no call. 1:06 to go in the half. 1-point lead, Canada now. They have hurt Team USA with the three ball. 1, 2, 4 is 6, 7 threes.
4 of those from Morgan.
Klein loses the ball. Still stays with him, though, but the shot clock says 0. So the ball will go to Canada.
Yeah, the ball was actually knocked out of bounds by Team Canada, but because the shot clock had extinguished, doesn't matter. It's a turnover. Give the ball to Team Canada.
Well, again, the second game of this series will be tomorrow in Lafayette. Then right after that game, Canada will head for Taipei, and then the Lafayette-based Purdue club will leave on Sunday night. So they'll leave like at midnight from Chicago, and 12-hour difference, by the way. So a lot of those games are going to be, 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, Purdue's first game will be at 5:30 in the morning Lafayette time. So
I'm all right with that. I mean,
want to get up early?
I can handle that. I get up at 5:30 almost every day, but a lot of people don't.
That first game, by the way, fans, August 20th against Argentina, 5:30 in the morning for the Team USA Purdue Boilermakers to officially open up World University Games competition.
By the way, they were lining up outside to get in here tonight. This place has been sold out, and a lot of people had to be turned away. This holds how many, Rob? 4,000 maybe?
Yeah, 4,000, yeah. I think that's accurate.
Canada with the basketball and the lead. They lose it momentarily, and then they went out of bounds. So USA forces a turnover. We have 47 seconds left. Halftime will be 15 minutes, by the way. We'll recap a few things for you and then take a little break and then come back. Carson Edwards through traffic, stops, shoots, misses. And that ball is lost. It'll go to Canada. USA shot pretty well early, but hasn't since. The second quarter's been tough for them. They had
Carson
24
Carson
first
made
half.
those 2 threes very early in the game, and he and the rest of his teammates have really labored offensively here in the second quarter.
Ball loose, picked off by Canada, taken away by USA. 12 seconds left. Carson Edwards with the ball. 7 seconds left, one-on-one. Drives, puts it up, missed it. And that will be the end of the first half, and Canada comes back from a pretty big deficit to take a 1-point halftime lead, 43-42. As both teams clear the floor. When we come back a little bit later, before we start the second half, we'll give you the first half stats, but it's pretty apparent that the second quarter was a little bit tougher. In fact, Team USA scored 18 points, and Canada had 26, so outscored them 26-18 in that period.
Mentioned it earlier, the only lead Team Canada had in the first quarter, they were up 10-9 with just over 5.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Purdue, after falling behind for the first time in the game on the offensive end, got a three from P.J. Thompson, put them up 12-10, and Purdue did not trail again until right here at the end of this second quarter when Team Canada again retook the lead to take a 43-42 advantage. So when you look at the first half stats, the amount of time that Canada's actually had the lead in this game is very minimal. But the fact is right now they do have the lead by 1 here at halftime. And as you mentioned, a big part of that, their ability to make threes in the second quarter. I mean, Canada, especially Connor Morgan. But this Team Canada, their three-point shooting in the second quarter was outstanding, and that's what allowed them to not only come back from a near double-digit deficit, it never got to double digits, but then to take the lead.
Without a question, this will be an uphill battle for this Purdue-based team to represent the United States, because a lot of these teams are essentially all-star teams. And now, normally in international play, you have a lot of guys that have played together for a long period of time, but these are university games. I mean, these are guys that play at university level, and so they're thrown together as well. So I would say that, perhaps Purdue, having played together and having a senior bunch, may have an advantage in some cases over some of these teams, whereas normally you've had club teams and you go play them, then you're in trouble because of the age difference. But that's not the case in the World University Games. I was reading, they expect 10,000 athletes there for the games, and they house them all in the same place.
Yeah, I read up on some of that too, Pliz. 150 countries represented, 21 sports. I mean, this isn't just a basketball event. They have 21 different sports. And you're right, they have all of those athletes all staying in the same place. It's very similar to an Olympic Village for the Olympics, only it's just college kids, right, for the World University Games. So very similar.
Well, we have about 12 minutes before we'll start the second half. Rob and I'll take a little break, get a little drink of water. When we do these streaming broadcasts, of course, these are non-sponsored events, so we don't have those normal situations where you have breaks and commercials and stuff like that. We do have the stats, though, and might as well look at them and see.
Let's look at the first two things Matt Painter always looks at: rebounds and turnovers. Purdue had 25 rebounds, 9 offensively. Team Canada, 22 rebounds, also 9 offensively. Purdue turned it over 7 times. Team Canada turned it over 7 times. But the big difference is the three-point shooting. 5 of 13 for Team Canada, but remember, 4 of those 5 came in the second quarter when they really started to heat up. The percentage isn't great, 38%, but 5 of 13, they were better in the second quarter. Purdue, meanwhile, was just 3 of 11 from 3, and remember, Carson Edwards made the first 2 he took early in the game. So after Carson made those 2, P.J. Thompson made a 3 at the midway point of the first quarter. Purdue hasn't made a 3 since. So for a team that was a very good top 10 in the country three-point shooting team last year when it comes to three-point percentage, Purdue 3 of 11. But remember, Team USA, I knew I would make that mistake. Team USA hasn't made a 3 since about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter.
I had Morgan with 4 3-pointers, so 2 of those weren't. 2 of those had to be deuces, so he ended up with 14 points instead of 16 points.
I had the same thing on my score sheet. I had him for 4 threes as
so
well.
So some of those, even though he seemed to be spotted up outside the line, actually weren't. Well, we're going to take a little break. We'll come back, give you the complete stats here. But we're going to take a break for about 8 minutes. So stay with us here. Our halftime score at Carmel, Canada 43 and Team USA 42. I'm Larry Clisby with Rob Blackman. We'll be back and rejoin you in just a few minutes.
Purdue has always been on the leading edge of innovation.
It's one small step for man.
You see, being a Boilermaker takes something special. Greatness is what we can achieve. Hard working is what we are. It's what we've always been, and it will lead to greatness once more. Let's play football.
Gold medals, then my role models, rolling old models, lowered old schools, flowing coal and going gold follows, flower bearing, call it pedals to the floor, power sharing, call it devils to the door. Don't bring that trouble with you. Don't bring that trouble with you. I found a way around you. Don't take me higher. Last time the way I loved you, just wound up tired. I'm like what I need to carry you through it. Stay back or get on track, 'cause I can't have you ruin it. I said, hold on, but don't hold me back. Hold on, but don't hold me back. Hold on, but don't hold me back. I said, hold on. I had it rough, I had to move for a while. Lock down the house and chain it up with a nail. I'm coming home and everyone is invited, singing. Don't bring that trouble with you. Don't bring that trouble with you. Don't bring that trouble with you now. Don't bring that trouble with you.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here, following in the footsteps of great players, and more importantly, great men. I began brainstorming what I would share with you today by seeing what players in the past had said when they had this same opportunity. I was inspired by former Michigan State Spartan quarterback Kirk Cousins, who touched on privilege and that it should lead to responsibility rather than entitlement. I was encouraged by former Penn State standout John Urschel, like you said, who talked about what advice he would have liked to have given to his younger self. And Boilermaker fans, please cut me a break. I even listened as former Indiana quarterback Nate Sudfeld talked about the prospective game from the vast opportunities we have as Big Ten football players. So I started thinking, what could I share about my experience over the last 3.5 years at Purdue and in the Big Ten Conference? The message that was placed on my heart was one I believe we all need to remember. and said the great game we are here today to celebrate teaches life. Yes, football teaches life. I believe we can all certainly agree it teaches life lessons. It instills disciplines like the importance of being on time, paying attention to the details, and working hard. Things that have prepared me and the other Big Ten student athletes here today for life after football. Now, I've experienced a lot of the good and a lot of the bad this game has to offer. When I was introduced, they said all the good things. However, Boilermaker fans, you need to cut me a break on this one too. I led the conference in turnovers this past season. Now, football teaches the disciplines I mentioned a moment ago, but it also teaches you how to stand up when everybody else wants you to stay down. Football teaches you to never, ever give up. So when you fail, like I have, will you learn from it or quit? Football teaches life. It teaches perspective and responsibility through the opportunities we have as Big Ten football players. For me, perspective has come in the form of service. Through Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Purdue, my teammates and I have been able to take 5 trips to Bethesda Outreach, which is an orphanage in South Africa. It holds a special place in my heart where I'm reminded there are people much happier with much less than I have. Now, I have football. And since I have football, since we have football, we have a platform. A platform that should be used to impact this world for the better. A platform that should be used to impact this world for the better. And this is where responsibility comes in. We have a responsibility as Big Ten football players to leave our communities, universities, and teams better than when we first arrived. How will you choose to make your impact? Football teaches life. And to me, what makes football the greatest game in the world is that it teaches us to love one another. A college football locker room consists of roughly 105 members. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, rich, poor, and from the middle class, Christian, Muslim, atheist, Jew. We've had players from Sweden, Compton, California, Miami, Florida, Paris, France, right here in Chicago, Illinois, small town Indiana, and just about everywhere in between. We even have players who affiliate with different political parties. And you know what? That's the beauty of life. On the stage with me are 14 of the finest football coaches in the country. Born over the course of 4 decades from 10 different states, each with a number of different experiences that have placed into the seats they're in today. Each the leader of a team as diverse as any organization in the United States has to offer. And that's the beauty of life. In this room, there are fans that bleed blue, despise the team up north, others that say on Wisconsin or go Hawkeyes, all brought together by football. Now, I believe football teaches life to those who play it. However, it doesn't have to stop there. Our country could learn from the game of football, because diversity is also what makes the United States special. There should be unity.
Back at Carmel High School, Larry Clisby along with Rob Blackman. Our halftime score of this exhibition game in the World University Games, Canada 43, Team USA 42. Canada outscored USA 26-18 in the second quarter to get that 1-point lead. They've had 2 one-point leads in this game. I don't think they have it on here, though. I was trying to look for the largest lead. You may have it because you normally have a running score. What was the largest lead for Team USA? Was it 9?
9 points, correct. Never got to double digits, although it certainly felt like at a couple of stops it would. But Purdue was never, Team USA was never able to push it into double digits. And give credit to Team Canada for that comeback. They trailed 31-27 midway through the second quarter and outscored Purdue 16-11 the rest of the way to take what is just their second lead of the game at 43-42. Led in scoring by Connor Morgan off the bench, who had 14 points and 9 rebounds. Reminds you a little bit of Biggie Swanigan, on nearly a double-double by halftime, 14 and 9. Purdue was led by Isaac Haas, who had 10 points. He was second on the team in rebounding, was Isaac at 5 rebounds. Vincent Edwards actually led Purdue in rebounding with 6 boards, 4 of those on the defensive glass.
But you look at the numbers, Vincent was 2 of 7, Carson was 2 of 8, and Thompson was 1 of 5. So you put those 3 guys together, they were 5 of 20. And those are 3 guys that you would expect to do much better than that. Everybody else was pretty efficient. In fact, real good. So it was those 3 numbers. Vincent at 2 of 7, Carson 2 of 8, and Thompson 1 for 5, and that's rare. Carson hit his 2 threes early. He was 2 of 4 when it was all said and done, and Thompson was just 1 of 4. And Team USA just 3 of 11 outside the arc.
And remember, Carson Edwards made his first 2 threes of the game. So after starting the game 2 for 2, he went 0 for 6 the rest of the half.
All right, here we go. Start the second half at Carmel. Canada will move from our left to our right. And they have the ball. Kajami Keene with Edwards guarding. That ball lost in the backcourt, taken away by Edwards. Drives to the basket and scores. Vincent Edwards on a 8th turnover by Canada leads to points by USA. So they reclaim the lead by 1. Here's Morgan. And they have a feed off underneath the Pierre Charles, and he has an easy basket.
Second assist of the game for Morgan.
Well, Team USA tried to take the charge. They didn't go for the bait. Dakota lost the ball. And they miss it, and then we had a foul. Second foul on Vincent Edwards.
Said Vincent pushed off there, trying to grab that defensive rebound. The very pro Team USA crowd, a sellout crowd here at Carmel High School, disagreed with the official.
Good move there, and then a rebound. Missed a couple of times, and then finally Team USA gets the ball out. There's a long 3 ball, and it's made by Carson Edwards.
The beauty of Carson, if he misses 6 in a row, it doesn't bother him.
No, it doesn't. Nor should it. He's an offensive player. There's a drive to the basket. Well done. Again by Connor Morgan. 16 points in the game. Tie game at 47.
Man, is he skilled for 6'9". The way he's able to handle the ball, hang in the air, double clutch, and still make that bank shot. This guy is really impressive.
Team USA in the half court. Carson Edwards to the basket, misses, rebounded by Team Canada. And we had a walk. And that was Morgan.
Well, even though it's a turnover, that's exactly what Team Canada wants to get on the offensive end. You have Isaac Haas trying to guard Morgan, which is a complete mismatch out on the perimeter. Morgan was about to beat him there off of a shot fake and a dribble drive. He just happened to take a first step before he dribbled, which in international rules is a traveling.
Bank shot by Vincent Edwards for 2 for Team USA. Canada in a hurry and fouled. Third foul on Vincent Edwards, which means that Grady Eifert to come into the game. That's not good to have Edwards on the bench. Here comes USA. Go to Matthias. Long shot up and out. And it's rebounded out by Canada. USA with a 2-point lead, a steal and a fast break. Carson Edwards to PJ for three, misses again. Rebound, and a jump ball called.
You know, Vincent Edwards getting that third foul is significant because in international basketball, it is a 5-foul limit. So 5 fouls, just like in the regular college game, and you foul out of the game. That's why Vincent had to go to the bench a moment ago.
Well, PJ's had all kinds of looks. He's 1 for 6 outside the arc. And he's a 44-45% three-point shooter on the year last season. He has the ball. Now Dakota drives to the basket, puts it up, misses, but he was fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Don't see that often in Matthias's career where he takes a guy off the dribble from about 20 feet.
I was just thinking the same thing. The words were leaving your mouth, I was thinking, boy, when's the last time I saw Dakota shot fake a guy and dribble himself all the way to the rim and try to finish, and at least he got fouled there, obviously. We haven't seen that part of his game in his first 3 seasons, not at least a lot of it. Hopefully that's something he's added to the repertoire here for his senior season.
Kajami Keene is out of the game, and then Bursey comes in. Bursey had a good first half with 6 points. Matthias hits the free throw. Team USA was 7 of 10 in the first half at the line. Makes them both. Dakota about a 85% shooter from the line normally. Here's Morgan. He lost the ball. And they're going to call a foul against Team USA. Morgan's been taking Team USA off the dribble from any place on the floor.
Yeah, pretty obvious that's his MO, right? He's just going to beat you off the dribble, and if you back off and give him space, he's going to make a 3.
Canada misses an easy one. Dakota Matthias with a spin move. Leans in, and he was fouled. That was good. Another good move off the dribble by Dakota Matthias. Fouled in the act of shooting. He'll get 2 more free throws. That's something we haven't seen, certainly not back-to-back by Dakota Matthias in his career.
And we saw a little bit of it in the first half, him utilizing his shot fake. He's so good with that shot fake because it's so realistic looking, right? You see so many guys at all levels of basketball whose shot fake doesn't look like a shot, so you can't ever get the defender to go for it. He is so good as Dakota with that shot fake. He really makes it look like he's trying to shoot the ball, and it gets those defenders off of their feet.
Hey, give Dakota some credit there. The scorer's operator, the scorer's bench, inadvertently hit the substitution buzzer in the middle of Dakota's shot.
He
made it. Yeah. 6-point Team USA lead. Canada with the ball. Nice pick and roll and a bucket put in by 14. That was Diawara. Long 3 ball. Bullseye by Carson Edwards. His 4th 3 ball of the game. I guess Bursey got that last bucket, not Diawara.
Well, we talked about it just a minute ago. The beauty of Carson Edwards, he truly is a scorer with a very, very short memory. Before this second half began, he had missed 6 in a row. He's come out here in the second half and buried 2 triples and has not hesitated. The beauty of having a guy that's just wired as a scorer is he's going to shoot the ball whenever he has the opportunity, and he has proven that here in the second half.
And he has 12 points. At the line will be Kajami Keene, and he misses. Team USA 56, Canada 49, 6:17 to go, 3rd quarter from Carmel High School, just outside of Indianapolis. And storied athletic program at this high school. That free throw is made. A few of those guys have graced the campus at West Lafayette. Down low to Haas. turns, jump hook. Beauty! That's a nice move right there. A missed shot. Bursey rebounds. They put it up, and we had a charge. 58-50. Neither team has had a double-digit lead. In fact, Canada's only had 2 one-point leads in the game. Team USA had a 9-point first-half lead at one time. Now they're back up to 8 and have the ball.
You know, you're talking about Ryan Klein playing here at Carmel. We should also mention A.J. Hammonds at one time was a Carmel Greyhound. He played his freshman season here at Carmel High School before transferring out east to play at a private school. So Carmel High School's been pretty good to the Boilermakers here the last few seasons as far as sending Purdue some quality basketball talent.
Down with the ball, P.J. Thompson. Down low to Haas. Scores again. The assist to Dakota Mathias. I think Haas has held up pretty well conditioning-wise, don't you?
And that's certainly the question with him. Will he be able to play extended minutes? Because he's never had to in his career.
They miss a jump shot. Haas rebounds. Dakota open. In and out. Rimmed it out. And Canada has the ball. Team USA with a 10-point lead. That's a heck of a move to the basket by number 4, Javon Masters. He gets credit for the basket and was fouled.
Think about this. Isaac averaged last year 19 minutes a game. So not even in a full half of basketball. That obviously was going to change this year.
And was really efficient last year.
Yeah, 12 points a game in 19 minutes. That is efficiency.
They'll try to get a and one here. Canada. And don't. Isaac Haas the rebound. Masters missed a free throw. They missed a couple of free throws in the second half. 8-point lead, Team USA. P.J. Thompson with the ball. Grady Eifert into Haas. He was fouled from behind. Bursey fouled him. Well, I'll tell you a Carmel story. How about my first year in West Lafayette was 1977. 2 kids came from Carmel by the name of Mark Herman and Bart Burrell to play football. But they were just coming off the state championship in basketball.
Yep.
And they were both part of that team. 60-52 the score. 4:48 to go as the two teams go to the sidelines. In this quarter, Carson Edwards with 2 threes. Vince Edwards had a couple of buckets. Isaac Haas has had a couple of buckets. So they've taken control again, but as we told you in the first half, that was lost in the second quarter. Nogel Eastern did some really good stuff early, but he's been limited by foul trouble. He picked up 3 pretty quick fouls defensively.
And one thing we saw in that first half was Coach Painter played everyone. He gave everyone a chance to at least get a couple of minutes and get their feet wet. At least early returns here in the second half have shown he might not be quite as liberal with the substitutions. We'll see if the game remains close, if he will do that or not. But he gave everyone a chance to get some run in that first half. So everyone that is in uniform had a chance to play.
By the way, Purdue has another first-year player who joined us last January in practice. But he is a foreigner, and Matt Harms, and so he's not eligible to play with the American team, and so he's able to practice but not play. That poor guy's done a lot of practicing since he's been here. But he's a really talented young man.
And he will help this team this season, I can promise you.
Here's Jaquil Taylor driving in from the left side and missing. They fast break to the other end, and a block by Taylor. Other end, P.J. Thompson, a floater, and he puts it in. P.J. Thompson with a little floater in the lane from about 5 feet.
Well, that's what Jaquil Taylor can do. He can run. His number one asset is his athleticism. He misses a shot at one end, sprints to the other end, and blocks a shot at the rim. That's simply athleticism and all-out speed, and he has those two things.
There's a long three ball, and it's knocked down by Kajami King. He has 9 points. Carson Edwards drives to the basket and misses. He was fouled. Fouling him was Morgan. 62-55, Team USA, 3:49 to go. Carson Edwards wears number 3 on his blue uniform. This is a sophomore out of Atascocita, Texas, down in the Houston area. What a find he has been for the Boilermakers.
And what a summer he has had in Egypt with the Team USA U19s, and now about to head to Taiwan to represent Team USA with his Purdue basketball teammates.
That free throw made. He was recruited by Jack Owens, the new coach at Miami of Ohio. By the way, I saw Ryan Smith here. Ryan is an assistant with Jack at Miami of Ohio, but him and his wife were here and in the audience.
Former Boilermaker Kenneth Lowe, also an assistant on that staff with Coach Owens.
Carson Edwards made the second free throw. Canada down with the ball. Taylor guards in the post. And we had another foul underneath. That's the 4th one on Vincent Edwards. He has 9 points and is a big part of this team, and he heads to the bench. So Kajami Keene at the line, a hyphenated name, Kajami, and then dash Keene, Keene. Free throw made by Kajami Keene.
By the way, one unique thing about the international game as you watch free throws being shot, defensively, the defensive team can only have 3 players on the lane. That's why you see Team USA with just 3 bodies on the lane. The offensive team can have only 2, the defensive team only 3. So where typically in a college game you'd see 4 defensive players lining up along the lane for a free throw. Internationally, that is a no-no. That's why Purdue only had 3 on the lane there for that particular free throw.
63-57. You wonder sometimes the origination of some of these rules, why it's so different.
Yes, and that is one of those. Why is it so unique and so different to just line up on the free throw lane?
Here's Taylor with an outside triple and missing. Fast breaking Canada, a step through, and then a shot in the corner is missed. Rebound, Dakota Mathias. Team USA, Klein over to Eastern, then back to Dakota. He has his shot stuffed. 63-57. They'll shoot a 3 at the other end and miss. Rebound, Klein. And good job of getting the ball into the forecourt by Ryan. Another good move by Eastern. Jump shot up. In and out. No good by Taylor. He's missed 2 in a row. They have the ball at the foul line in the corner. Another shot up and missed as Morgan's not finding the range now, even though he's had open looks.
Yeah, stop the presses. Morgan has missed 2 open jump shots.
Klein a triple. He misses. Nice rebound by Taylor. Has the ball. Brings it outside to Eastern. 63-57. Team USA, 2:02 to go in the third. Ball is lost by Eastern. Fast break and a bucket at the other end by Canada. And that was Masters. That turnover led to an easy basket at 63-59 now in favor of Team USA. .153 to play in the third quarter here. By the way, we're going to try to do this Same thing tomorrow
Matt,
at Lafayette Jeff.
Coach Painter is taking that timeout for two reasons. A, Purdue has gotten very sloppy with the ball on the offensive end, a couple of turnovers on back-to-back possessions. But more importantly, there aren't enough guys in Team USA uniforms sprinting back to play defense. I was specifically watching Coach Painter on that last possession, and he was very animated with his guys about not sprinting back to the defensive end. So two things that are really not setting well with the coach right now, not taking care of the basketball and not sprinting back to play defense. That's why he just took a timeout.
.153 left in this third quarter. Again, as we mentioned earlier, Team USA's first game against Argentina will be locally very early in the morning on August 20th. Boy, this month is flying by when you start seeing all this football already being played. Purdue football team will open September 2nd on the road against an average opponent, Louisville.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Again, a turnover. And then they turn it over, and USA comes down. Eastern, a little sloppy with the ball last couple of times down. Ball in low, lost by Haas, and another turnover.
Yeah, the turnover is really mounting here in the last 3 or 4 minutes of game action for Team USA. And again, it's just a matter of either bad decisions or just simply not passing and catching, doing the basic fundamentals of the game.
Boy, ball loose all over the place. Behind the back pass by Wheeler goes astray. They drive to the basket, put it up, and that's blocked, but be a foul on Haas, and 2 shots coming for Canada.
Aaron Wheeler with a behind-the-back pass that ends up being a turnover. And again, as soon as that pass was made, I immediately looked towards Coach Painter, and he just kind of held his arms up to the sky as if to say, what are we doing here, guys? It has been ugly basketball on the offensive end, unfortunately, for Purdue the last 3 or 4 minutes. Now, the good news is Team Canada hasn't been much better with the basketball themselves. They, too, have been turnover-prone here in these last 3 or 4 minutes.
Second free throw is missed. They try to cover it up, but Team USA gets the ball. 63-60 the score. Dakota Mathias with the ball. Leans in, stops. Good defense that time. 8 on the shot clock. Klein to the basket, puts it up and misses. Rebound back up and in by Haas. Isaac has 16 points. And we had a foul on Klein at the other end.
Now that will be 2 free throws. For those who weren't with us in the first half, international basketball, anytime a team gets to 5 team fouls in a quarter, then the other team is automatically given 2 free throws for each common foul. So this will be a 2 free throw opportunity here for Team Canada.
Diawara with a shot and makes it. They, Dakota Mathias earlier in this quarter had an open 3 to give. If he makes it, give Team USA a 13-point lead. He missed it, and now they have cut this to a 4-point game and now a 3-point game as both free throws were made. Carson Edwards back in the game for Team USA.
Well, Purdue's been outscored 10-5 in the last 3 minutes, and because of that, Team Canada has gotten themselves right back in this game, trailing now only by 3.
Now with the basketball is No-Gel Eastern. Freshman out of Evanston. Crossover dribble. Hands the ball off to Carson Edwards. Now to Klein, and we have a foul. Number 11 picks it up on Haas. Nissen. That's his 4th foul. He has 4 for Team USA. Vincent Edwards has 4. Haas will get 2 free throws with 25 seconds left in the quarter. And it's missed. Haas is 2 of 4 at the foul line. He does have 16 points. He's had 7 baskets. Where's 44? Misses both of them. Now Canada could tie before this quarter is up with a 3-ball. Let's see what kind of play they run as they're between the circles at the moment. They dump it off left side, drive to the basket, missed. And down with the ball, Klein, half-court shot, no good. So after 3 quarters, 65-62, Team USA. 65-62, Team USA. And we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back in just a moment as Purdue representing Team USA with a 3-point lead. Back in a moment. All right, we start the 4th quarter. And we have a 3-point game with Team USA leading by 3 and Canada with the basketball. And we had a foul over there in the corner. It looked like the Canadian might have stepped on a foot. Haas picked up the foul, and that's his 4th foul. So 2 of Purdue's better players, Vincent Edwards, Isaac Haas, in foul trouble with 4 each.
So Jaquil Taylor subs into the game. He's been and will be, by the way, the primary #1 backup to Isaac Haas this season at that 5 position. Depending on how quickly Matt Harms comes along, maybe Matt can work his way into that rotation as well.
Just had a tip in by Aaron Wheeler off a missed shot by P.J. Thompson. So Aaron Wheeler has a couple of buckets. 67-62, Team USA. Long 3 on the way. Nope. Klein the rebound for Purdue.
How about 4 rebounds in a game for Ryan Klein?
Shot outside, no good. Then we had a foul. Pierre Charles with the foul. First team foul in the 4th quarter.
What we've seen from Aaron Wheeler the last 2 possessions is what Purdue fans hope they'll see a lot of this season. his athleticism on the offensive glass. He is a high riser, and with his length and athleticism, he can give Purdue some extra opportunities on the offensive end just with his ability to rebound the basketball.
Really nice move by Jaquil Taylor for his first basket. They throw the ball out of bounds. Canada does. Team USA with a 7-point lead. That was a good move by Taylor at the other end. A little put the ball on the floor, kind of move, spin around. He cleared his man and then turned and put in the shot from the left side. He is left-handed.
So nice to see Jaquil healthy. Let's
hope
we can keep him healthy all season.
P.J. Thompson, right side, Klein, 3-ball. Got it! Ryan Klein on his home hardwoods. He's made a few of those in his life on this arena floor. They bring it out top of the point, the 3-ball on the way, and it's made by Morgan. Wow. He didn't have much space there, and he made it. 72-65. So just when you were thinking you had a chance to run away here, they come right back. Answer. Thompson through traffic. Puts up the shot, misses. Rebounded out, Canada. Fast breaking to the other end. On the baseline, back out. Steal, Carson Edwards. Here he comes. Carson through traffic, lob, dunk! Aaron Wheeler, beautiful. (74-65). Almost another steal and then a shot, and it's made. Boy, sometimes when you take that chance, the other guy burns you by making the shot. We have another foul in the backcourt, this time by Canada. Diawara picked it up. Second team foul, fourth quarter. 74-67, Team USA.
We were just talking about Aaron Wheeler's athleticism, and you saw it on that alley-oop dunk, how quickly he was able to elevate off the floor, catch that ball with two hands above the rim, and dunk it home. I'm telling you, fans, as you watch Aaron Wheeler throughout the college season, you are really going to love this guy. If for no other reason, he has pure and raw athleticism at a high level.
Taylor almost lost the ball. P.J. Thompson gets it, drives in the lane, deals it off, jump shot up. No good by Wheeler, and it's rebounded by Canada. Canada had a good look at it. That ball is lost out of bounds, tipped out by Team USA. 6:59 to go in this game. 74-67. Favor of Team USA over Canada. Inbounding, they have the ball deep right corner. Canada, a 3 on the way. Got it. And making it, Gajami Keene. So Canada right back in it. It's that 3-ball that's kept them in the game.
We saw it in the second quarter, and we're seeing it here in the fourth quarter. Their three-point shooting, you're exactly right, keeps them in the game.
Klein with the ball on the sideline for Team USA. Drives inside, deals it off, and Wheeler puts it up and in. Aaron Wheeler with 3 fourth-quarter baskets already. Faking. Morgan with a drive, dumps it off in low, shot up, it's blocked by Taylor. Carson Edwards on the lead, lost the ball. They'll come to the other end, Canada. And a foul on Carson Edwards. That's his third, I believe.
Well, we've seen both extremes with Aaron Wheeler. The athleticism, the ability to block shots, to affect the game on the offensive end with offensive rebounding. And we saw him shoot an air ball from 8 feet from the right baseline. He's a work in progress as Aaron Wheeler as he subs out of the game. But I'm telling you, fans, you're really going to come to like this guy.
76-70 the score. Team USA on top. And while the timeout was 6:08 to go. 6:08 to play from Carmel High School with United States on top of Canada 76-70. Including the halftime lead. But Team USA, every time they've taken it to a point where they might be able to take control, and Canada comes right back, and normally it's the 3 ball that's made the difference.
And now the one difference, or I think it will be a difference, when we saw this come back from Team Canada in the second quarter, it was against Purdue's bench players and first-year guys. Matt Painter was making an effort to make sure all these guys had a chance to play in the first half and at least get their feet wet for a couple of minutes. Now that the game is close, a 6-point lead with 6:08 to play, I wonder if Coach Painter will be as liberal with the substitutions, or if maybe some of those deep bench guys and or first-year players maybe won't see the floor here in this fourth quarter to allow Team USA to hold on and win this game with your better players on the floor.
Canada with the ball at their end. There was 6:08 left in the game. Trailing 76-70. Morgan forces one up and misses, but they rebound it. Drive it in the lane, put up the shot, and make it. Making it was Bursey, and that was a good shot. Inability to rebound the ball hurts Team USA there.
That was a tough shot by Bursey, I beg your pardon, somehow able to bank that thing in there.
Boy, what a nice play. Two-man game between Jaquil Taylor and Nogel Eastern, and Eastern got the bucket. He has 7 points. 78-72. USA. Driving with the ball, putting it up and missing it, but they rebound it. Bursey misses the rebound, and he was fouled. Klein got hit in the head, I think.
Boy, way too many offensive rebounds for Team Canada. By my count, that's their 15th of the game. 15 offensive rebounds. That's 15 extra possessions, and that will not sit well with Coach Painter. One of the big reasons Isaac Haas is about to sub back into the game here after this free throw.
Well, again, Haas in foul trouble and Vincent Edwards in foul trouble. Those two are your rebounders, including Vincent. Second free throw is made. 78-73, Haas back in. Taylor gets a break. And Nogel Eastern comes down with the ball. A 6'6" point guard. Left side to Klein. Klein to Dakota Mathias. Now to Haas. Haas whips a pass out to Klein. Shoots a three. No good. And we had a foul. Not sure who it's against. Bursey picks it up.
Well, Bursey at 6'6" was doing all he could to try to keep the 7'2", 290-pound Isaac Haas off the glass. But unfortunately for Bursey, it wasn't enough. Bursey's listed at 6'6", 205, so giving up basically 85, 90 pounds against Haas, and a good 8 inches as well in height.
4:52 left. We're going to take a little break here for about a minute. We're going to take a break for about a minute, and we'll be back. 78-73 our score, USA. All right, here we go as we resume play, 78-73. I'd like to thank all our production people. I mean, this is put this together just to have an opportunity to let Purdue fans see us, and this is a difficult situation. This isn't your typical TV production, so.
Right. Yeah, but we got a lot of folks working hard behind the scenes to make sure this ended up on YouTube, so you're right. Big thank you to them.
Here's a jump shot in the lane. It's an air ball by Vincent Edwards.
You know, it's also worth noting for our fans to know, Team Canada has been in West Lafayette all week. They've been practicing actually at Cardinal Court all week long. They came into town last weekend and have basically been living, working out at Purdue University. As Purdue's opened the doors and rolled out the red carpet for them so they could work out all this week here in the United States.
Jaquil Taylor's had 4 blocks in this game. He's not out there at the moment. Canada works in the half court, 4:20 to go in the game. Long three, no good. Long rebound to Vincent Edwards, 3-on-2. Vince declined for 3, misses. Rebound Klein to Dakota for 3, misses. Boy, I like their chances with 2 shots at it. And they both missed wide open triples. Could have given them a little bit of distance between these two teams. 3:54 to go. 78-73. Through traffic, shot up, missed. No, it went.
Wow.
Sorry, Jensen White. Now it's a 3-point game, and Team USA just threw the ball out of bounds. And that is 14th turnover for Team USA, 17 for Canada. This game's pretty equal when you look at all the numbers. Both teams have 9 steals. 3-point game. Driving to the basket, putting it up, and it's blocked out of bounds. It is the 8th team block for Purdue. This one by Isaac Haas. And Haas has his 3rd block. 4 for Taylor, 3 for Haas.
6'1" Keene tried to get that up over the 7'2" Haas, and Isaac was having nothing to do with that.
Here's a triple, missed. Morgan the rebound. Scores, beautifully done.
How about his ability to hang in the air and wait for Isaac to pass by before shooting that ball over the front of the rim?
21 points for him, and it's a 1-point game. Team USA. P.J. Thompson with the ball at the wing to Vincent Edwards. Now to Haas, top of the circle. Dakota misses. Rebound Vince. Scores! He's been missed out there because of foul difficulty. He has 11 points. 80-77. Vincent Edwards is a good offensive rebounder. Not as good as Mr. Swanigan, but pretty good. That ball is blocked by Haas, retrieved by Haas. Carson Edwards explodes, and he was fouled. Carson Edwards going to get 2 free throws at the other end. Team USA with a 3-point lead, 2:29 to go. But Carson, who labored quite a bit last year from the foul line, with the exception of the Maryland game, as everybody knows,
Yes.
really needs to get that percentage up to, in my mind, 75, 78%, as a good offensive player as he is. He'll get 2 right here. First one is up there, and it is good. Carson has 8 second-half points, 14 points in the game. He has not had a field goal from the field other than 3-pointers. He missed. That's what I mean. Normally you want him to close things down. Through traffic, a wide-open 3 coming and missed. Haas the rebound. They steal, put it up, score. Took it right away from Haas. And with 2:11 to go, it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, Isaac thought he had that rebound secured, two white shirts, one on either side of them. And they just reached in there, did a lane, and just reached in there, took it away from him.
81-79. Team USA, 2:05 to go. Vincent Edwards, top of the circle. Haas is open. Drives, and he was fouled. Boy, that was a collision there. Jensen White and Isaac Haas. I think Haas won that battle. White just fouled. White's out there talking to the official. Haas will get 2. Big free throws coming. Team USA is 6 of 10 from the foul line second half. 1:58 to go. Haas at the line. Got it.
Isaac Haas at 7'2". For the Purdue fans, just so you know, Matt Harms is actually taller at 7'3". Isaac will not be the tallest player on Purdue's roster this year, as crazy as that sounds.
He makes both free throws. 4-point game. Under 2 minutes to play. Canada on offense. Kajami Keene, good player. He's looking for a pick here. Now they lob it in, and it's stolen. Bad pass. Dakota Mathias was the player was closest to the ball and got it. Vincent Edwards in the half court to Dakota. Inside to Haas. Big time dunk by Haas. And now Team USA with a 6-point lead with 1:24 to go. Beautiful pass.
That looked like a couple of seniors who've been playing together for 4 years. A great dive to the basket by Isaac Haas. The pass delivered perfectly, and Isaac with a catch and the dunk. An exciting group is this senior class for Team USA and what will soon be the Purdue Boilermakers when this tournament, the World University Games, are over. A 4-man class that will enter the college basketball season with over 3,300 points combined between them and over 1,400 rebounds combined between the 4 of them. They have had an impressive first 3 years of their college career, and looking forward to see how they can finish it off here in their senior and final seasons. Oh, and by the way, they've won 71% of their games in their first 3 years. The most important statistic of all. This senior class has won a lot of games.
1:24 left in the game. Larry Clisby with you, along with Rob Blackman. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks to our production people who put this feed together for us. Again, these two teams meet again tomorrow in Lafayette. 4 p.m. at Lafayette Jeff High School. They run a play out of the break. They shoot a 3 in the corner and get it. Wow. Well, that was Kajami Keene. It's now a 3-point game. Cut that lead in half. 1:10 to go. And a foul. Morgan fouls Vincent Edwards. It'll be 2 shots for Vincent Edwards.
And more importantly, 4 fouls on Morgan. So he'll have to be careful over the final 66 seconds of this game. They can ill afford to have him foul out. He's obviously their #1 weapon offensively.
Vincent hits it. So the last 3 free throws have been made by Purdue. 86-82, or should I say Team USA. Only time in the second half I've called them Purdue, I believe.
Good for you.
And that one is good. All right, let's see if they can keep Canada from hitting the 3 ball here with 1 minute to go. Here's Kajami Keene. He's good. Outside, wide open, and a miss by Morgan. Ball is tipped around. Thompson gets it, and he's fouled. The foul by Justice Elaine. Boy, I tell you, they got a good look there, and if they wanted the guy to shoot it, that's the guy they would have asked to do it. He has 21 points, but he missed that one.
And Morgan's really upset with himself. I was watching his body language. He really felt like he should have made that shot. And with all the tough shots he's made tonight, that probably was the easiest of all. Straight away, look at it, uncontested, and he just shot it long.
They're trying to figure out who's going to do the shooting. It'll be Thompson. P.J. Thompson gets 2 with 44.9 seconds left. Makes it. Well, if Team USA wins and they're leading, free throw shooting will be the difference. They came into this thing 6 of 10 coming down the stretch here, but they've been very good here. Thompson makes them both and has 7 points. So now they are 4, 8, 10, 12 of 16. So they have hit their last 6 in a row.
Your favorite statistic of all, free throw shooting.
89-82, Team USA. 44.9 seconds left.
You know, you look back to last year, Purdue as a team, 75% as a free throw shooting as a team. Big difference, a big reason why Purdue had the success they had winning 27 games this year, last season. They were able to make free throws, especially late in games when they had to have them. And one would think that number could maybe even be a little bit better this year. You return a bulk of the guys that were making those free throws last year. Obviously, the big difference is no Biggie Swanigan, who got to the free throw line early and often in every game. But you have a bulk of your talented and better free throw shooters coming back. So while 75% was an impressive number last year, I'm not so sure Purdue can't be even better as a team again this year.
Well, that's been a difference here late, has been the free throw shooting, and USA has been able to hit them. 89-82. But again, you have to defend. There's plenty of time left because this team can be very good from outside the arc, especially the guy with the ball now. They're going to circle him around, P.J. Thompson. You can see it. Kajami Keene, he has it and shoots that three. Air ball. Pretty good defense by Team USA that time. I could tell it coming out of the break. I know you could. That was all set up. He was the guy who was going to inbound the ball and then try to go through some screens to get the open three. He got the three, but he threw up an air ball because Team USA defended it. P.J. Thompson fouled immediately. So Thompson just hit a couple of free throws. If you go back to last year in the Big Ten tournament, it was P.J. Member who missed those free throws against Michigan that most likely would ice the game.
You know, one thing I failed to mention during this broadcast, again, international rules being different from what we see during the college season, you may have noticed anytime a team takes a timeout, no matter where the ball is, they can advance the ball to midcourt, just like in the NBA game. And we've seen, you saw Team Canada there coming out of the timeout. Even though they took the timeout at the far baseline, the ball was inbounded from midcourt because international rules similar to that of the NBA allow you to move the ball, advance the ball, I should say, to midcourt if you choose to take it out there.
Thompson makes a free throw, so at 7 makes in a row for Team USA down the stretch, 90-82, Team USA. They've only trailed twice in this game. PJ missed it, got his own rebound. How about that? And then they throw the ball over the head of Vincent Edwards and out of bounds. So they do something very good and then something not so good in the interim.
You get all that, put all that effort in to get your own offensive rebound, and then Team USA turns it over.
Canada with it in the half court. Drive to the basket, put it up. Missed it, but a foul was called, and Kajami Keene will go to the foul line. He's been real active in the second half, has 14 second half points, 19 points in the game. Good player, although he didn't shoot well in the first half. He actually played either currently or has at Cleveland State.
Yep.
Forgive me if I don't know the complete story because they really arrived late. We had a major accident on State Route 65, so if they took 65 down from Lafayette and didn't know some of the side roads, that could have been an issue. But we didn't get, Rob and I didn't get exactly a Bible full of information on both teams. There's the shot up, both free throws made. It's now a 6-point game, and Team USA gets it into Klein. Klein double team. Head to Matthias. He's fouled. So Matthias will get 2.
Well, now that we do have some inside knowledge on Team Canada for tomorrow afternoon's game, here would be my scouting report. Don't let number 9 or number 12 get open looks because those two guys can play now. They have really been impressive tonight. 9 being Connor Morgan and 12 being Keza Kajami Keene.
Go to Matthias at the foul line. He makes it. He's hit 5 straight free throws second half. That's been all his scoring. He has 9 points.
And when I say they could play, those two guys I just mentioned could step onto a Big Ten team, Big Ten roster, and compete right away for playing time. They are that good.
92-84 as Matthias hits again. Here's a spin move and a wide open layup. Edwards wasn't going to foul him. Uh-oh. Pass inbounds from Matthias, goes off the hands of Vincent Edwards and then goes out of bounds, gives Canada the ball. It's a 6-point game with 9.6 seconds left.
And Kajami Keene forced that turnover.
They have it top of the circle.
An illegal screen on the weak side, it looked like, against Morgan, which would be his
And he
fifth
just fouled
foul.
out,
People
yeah.
foul out.
7 second half points to go with 14 in the first half.
Morgan was on the weak side, the left side of the floor offensively, trying to set a screen to free up Kazami Keene, and in the process got called for the illegal pick, and he's fouled out of the game.
Inbounding, Dakota Matthias threw it away, but they were on the sideline. Boy, that wasn't a very good pass either. Dakota's done that twice now in the last 10 seconds. 6.8 seconds left and a 6-point lead, 92-86, Team USA. Again, as I mentioned, they've led, 98% of the time in this game, but it hasn't been easy.
It has not. Team Canada has come to play, and I'm sure they'll be even more inspired tomorrow in the exhibition game at Lafayette Jeff to try to get a split here in the exhibition series.
B.J. Thompson fouled again with 4.9 seconds left.
Well, this is a great opportunity for these two teams. They're not in the same pool, so they would not play each other in Taipei unless they were to get to the medal round. So a great opportunity for Canada to spend a week in the United States in West Lafayette, practice, and then have a couple of exhibition games before heading over to Taipei. So this has really worked out well for both of these teams, I think.
Free throw made, not easily by Thompson as it almost popped out. He's hit 4 or 5. Has 9 points. He'll be double digits if he makes this one. He does. 94-86. This might be it right here. Long 3, no good. And that's it. Team USA beats Canada in this exhibition contest 94-86. Before we say goodnight, I think it would be appropriate to remember that Aaron Wheeler had a lot to do with this fourth quarter in the early part of it. He had 3 baskets, if you recall, and that really helped out at that particular time.
I think if you had to pick 2 newcomers that probably did themselves some good as far as earning playing time going forward, I thought Nogel Eastern was outstanding in the first half, especially his patience in running the offense and handling the ball and getting himself to the rim. And then I would agree in the second half, I thought it would be Aaron Wheeler. He certainly stood out, not only with just his athleticism, whether it was getting offensive rebounds around the rim, just getting rebounds, sprinting the floor and making a difference defensively. He did a little bit of everything. So I would agree, yes, Aaron Wheeler, but I'd also put Nogel Eastern in that category. At least as far as the newcomers, I thought those were the two guys that really stood out.
Isaac Haas had to be the player of the game. He ended up with 20 points in the contest. I thought his conditioning was very good. Had a little trouble from the foul line. He was 4 of 7. Matthias was solid until about the last 12 seconds of the game when he threw it away almost twice. But Carson Edwards ended up with 14 points. Thompson ended up at double figures with 10 or 11. No, it was 10. And then off the bench, Taylor had 2, but he had 4 blocks. Klein had 6 points. Eifert had 4 early. Eastern had 7. If you remember, the only bucket he made in the second half was on a really nice cut to the basket. Got a really nice pass right at the basket and made a reverse layup. So pretty good game for Team USA as they win it by 8 points, 94-86. Any final thoughts?
I would follow up with your assessment. Isaac was the player of the game, finished with a double-double, but he also had 3 assists, all in the first half. And I only bring this up because
and 3 blocks.
3 assists, if this were a real college game, would be a career high for Isaac.
Yeah.
So nice job of him giving us an all-around game here tonight.
Oh, think about it. 3 assists, 3 blocks, 20 points, and how many rebounds?
I had him at 11 officially.
Wow, so he had a really good game. Isaac Haas. 94-86 is the final. So for Rob Blackman, I'm Larry Clisby for our production staff. Thank you so much. And we'll do it again tomorrow, right? At 4 o'clock at Lafayette Jeff. So hope you'll join us, and we'll take the air right about tip-off time there, 4 o'clock. And if you'd like to come out and see this team, we certainly would encourage it. At 4 o'clock, Lafayette Jefferson High School. So from Carmel High School, Larry Clisby saying so long, everybody. Again, the final, USA 94, Canada 86.